really has to do with this whole sense of developing a philosophy, you know, having a philosophy and a mission, you know, knowing what it is you want to do, you know, developing a plan or a system whereby you can get a result, you know, with great strategies, whatever it is, you know, taking great pride in the philosophy and the plan by doing it well, not a puffed up ego pride, practicing it every single day of your life through repetition. So repetition, it becomes instinctive. It is something that has to be learned every other day. And probably the most important thing is the feeling that you get somewhere along the way that you got to feel privileged. Joseph Campbell, in a wonderful little book that he wrote called Reflections on the Art of Living, I carry it with me a lot. It's all of his maxims about things that he does and says and what he believed in. And he had, the privilege of a lifetime is to be who you are, what you do, and where you come from. The privilege of a lifetime is to be who you are, what you do, and where you come from. And you got to take great pride in that. And one thing that I hope that we will instill here in Miami, in the Miami Heat, is that it is a privilege to be in this city. It is a privilege to be coaching the Miami Heat. It is a privilege to come in here every single night and try as a basketball coach and a team to exceed the expectation. One of the great things that a person can do, and I'm sure that President Bush will talk about it, is that you can only receive what you're willing to give, but more than that, if you ever want to get anything out of life, okay, you got to make sure that other people get out of life or out of the game what they want. I know you hear that a lot, and you hear it from a lot of different people and maybe a lot of different forms, but I'd like to finish with this final thought, okay? And it really has to do with your interaction and your truth with the people that you live with, work with, you know, friends of, whatever, is that on a regular basis, very few of us will ever give approval. I know I'm going to try to do one thing that no matter what my players do, and I know you won't believe this, because of what they do all day, all night, my children all day, all night, friends all day, all night, people that work for me all day, all night, regardless of what they do, I'm going to let them know one thing, that they're born of special stuff, to make sure that somewhere along the way they feel that there's an abundance available to them in their life, so that too, like you and I, one day they're going to have an opportunity. They'll have an opportunity to come to a place like this, here in this room, with this tremendous arena, with this energy, and they'll have an opportunity to struggle, to struggle, to struggle, to become better. I want to wish each and every one of you nothing but the best, nothing but success, and I hope that somewhere along the way I get to see you here late June when they're dropping the balloons.